Yeah, I feel like Gene is holding a grudge from last week when. What happened last week between you and Gino?
You dumb cat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something happened, and then she got hype. You got hype. Still trying to pull this up.
She attacked me?
Yes. That is the thing that happened.
That's what the asshole she is.
I mean, she's not the nicest lady in the whole entire world.
Lee's cat's an asshole.
Not all the time. No, they are. They're
Most of the time.
they're not.
She's like, you know what she is?
What is she?
She's like a normal woman.
Ooh,
Got him.
Gotti. No, she's super
Can't
sweet.
live with them. Can't live without them. She's super sweet. I'm like, hey, Gene. She's like,
she's super sweet to me.
that's what dating's like.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, I'm pulling up the story. So, hi everybody.
Hi.
So guess what we just did? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? Jesse just walked away, so I guess I'll tell you guys. So, Jesse found a movie, and it was a movie based on a case that we did. Guess that case. 3, 2, 1.
There's a lot of cases we did that have been based on movies.
Probably most, right?
Did we do Gary Heidnick or whatever the hell?
No, we were going to. I
Oh.
did Harrison Graham. That was our first ever episode was Harrison
Yeah.
Graham. But we should start doing those. Like any case that we've done, watch the movie that correlates to it.
Because you know Buffalo Bill,
It's loosely based off of it.
loosely based off of a bunch of different. Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs is loosely based off of Ed Gein, Gary Heidnick, Gary Ridgway.
What did Gary Ridgway do?
Isn't Gary Ridgway is he the trucker?
Whenever I hear Ridgway, I think trucker, but it just could be because his last name is Ridgway, and that sounds like a highway.
Ridgway?
Yeah, Ridgway.
Well, he's either the trucker or the guy that was in that let the women go in the woods and then he chased them down and like took them to Alaska.
What? I thought that was. Hold on. What's this guy's name again? Let me just Google it.
Gary Ridgway's the truck guy.
Okay.
You're making me.
I don't. You would. I don't remember all of said serial killers. Gary Ridgway.
Gary Ridgway. Welcome back to Long Island. Staten Island.
Oh, he's the Green River Killer.
Oh, Green River Killer is Gary Ridgway.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right.
Initially convicted of 48 separate murders.
Oh, bro.
Wait, isn't the Green River Killer the one that they found because? Oh no, that's the Staten Island Killer.
But no, they didn't. They don't.
I'm confusing myself. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
The Staten Island Killer was not convicted, right? Oh, there's Gary Ridgway's dumbass. 48 separate murders.
Oh, they were all sex workers and runaways. Okay. And they were found on the Green River. What was I just watching that was about this? Isn't he Oh, there was something on Netflix just released about this. And I started to watch it.
What was it?
It might have been called Serial Killers. I'm not sure. Or it might have been called The Green River Killer. I don't know. You know what's weird? I don't really watch a lot of true crime shows.
No?
No, not at all. Like, I think at one point in my life I did, but I can't get into them, which is weird because we do this podcast. You would think that I would be interested in watching them.
Wait. It's not Staten Island. It's Long Island.
Long Island. And they were looking for another woman's body, and then they found, I think, 8 or 12 bodies in Long Island.
Correct. But then they said that they found the bodies and they thought they were done differently. Some of them were done different than the other ones, so they didn't think it was the same person.
Yo, we should take a real quick break because Jesse's got new kicks on. Tell us about these Johns.
Long Island. Oh wait, did they find someone? Yeah, maybe they did find this guy. These are called Reeboks, guys. Yeah, the red Reeboks high tops.
High tops, very
Yeah.
nice. Your shoe collection is growing vastly and quickly.
Guess what?
What?
I've already purchased 2 more brand new shoes.
Oh shit!
This is the first time I've wore these. These are brand new.
Those are nice. They were the first thing I noticed when you walked in my door.
I know, but you didn't say anything, and I was waiting for you to say
I
something.
said something immediately when you walked in the door. I said, "Look at your nice, awesome shoes."
Oh, I thought you said, "Hey, you're late."
No, you weren't late today. And you brought food, so I was very excited about the food, which was super expensive. We got 2 salads and a side of bread, and Jesse calls me and he was like, he was like, "Did you get a pizza too?" And I was like, "No, just salads and bread." And he was like, "Why was it like $60?"
It's $53, and I gave a $2 tip. I mean, I don't know.
It's so expensive for 2 salads. It's crazy. But they were hella good, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout out to Enza Pizza.
Never going there again.
They're expensive, but they taste delicious.
Yeah, Lisk, Lisk is the Long Island serial killer.
What does that stand for?
Long Island serial killer.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just asked that. Oh my god. My brain's not working.
And then Gilgo Beach is where a lot of the bodies were found.
In the shrubs, right?
Yeah. But then like some were like, I forget. I really don't remember this, but like some like the hands were cut off, or some like weren't, some were like positioned, some weren't. So then they thought there was 2 serial killers. And do you remember like the whole thing started with because like a oh my god, I think your phone on the thing, it just
Oh, lit up.
Yeah, it was like an entity. I was like, what is, I was like, oh my god, there's a ghost on the couch next to Lee.
Yeah.
It just like, it was like a light for a second, and I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. For you guys listening, I was watching the video, the video feed on the computer, and all of a sudden, just something lit up next to Lee. It actually made me scared for a sec. All right, so what was I saying?
I don't even remember the list.
A prostitute went out to Long Island,
Uh-huh.
and then like a guy that was like also a doctor or something. I forget the whole story, but was like, that's whose house she was at. But she came like running out of the house, like terrified. And the
Oh.
bouncer guy that she was with, like the security guy,
Yeah.
she was like, "We gotta go." And he was like, "Calm down." And he was like trying to calm her down, and she like ran away from him. She just like went nuts, and they couldn't figure out if she like took something and freaked out, or saw something, or both.
Yeah.
And then she ended up dead.
Oh. That night?
I think that night, or she wasn't seen, and then they found her dead. I think at Gilgo Beach or around there. And then something like someone was calling the house phone afterwards, and her sister would answer the phone. They'd be like, "I'm gonna cut you up just like I did your sister," like all that shit.
Was it related?
They just never figured it out.
What?
But the thing they had to go on was the one guy that called for it was like a doc. Like they kept saying something about that he was like a doctor, and like, you know, the fact that like
There were surgically removed
like
hands.
things, something like that. But then they said, I thought there was like an Asian. Oh, they found an Asian man. I thought there was like an Asian man as a suspect. I forget.
That's wild. We need to do
For forgetting,
that
I felt like I remembered a good amount.
You
there. Unless
remembered so much
I
of
just
that.
made all that up.
No, I don't think you did. It all sounded very familiar.
I
just
think that's a
looked it up
Ryder
the other
Strong
day.
movie. I just said.
Nuh-uh.
No, I'm joking.
I was gonna say, well, the movie we watched tonight had. I described him because I couldn't remember his name as Sean from Boy Meets World, who is.
And right away, I was like, "You mean Ryder Strong?" And she was like, "I don't know."
But then Jesse denied that he was in the movie, but he was in the movie. He was the main character.
We just didn't see the credits.
You made fun of me for the first half of the credits.
Well, we didn't. Did you see his name?
No, I said I believe Ryder Strong is in this movie, and you're like, clearly not. Blee, you're so dumb.
Well,
he's not in this movie
because we missed the name. I was saying, there's no way that they're going to show his name at this point.
And they didn't. For all of you guys who don't know what case we're talking about, go back and listen to Mark Kilroy. I don't know what episode it is. Do you remember the episode number?
No.
It will be easy.
No.
It will be easy to find. Just get back to Mark Kilroy.
I'll find it right now.
But to
You would
kind of
think
like,
we'd be better prepared for this.
no, we did this on a whim, guys. This was on a whim. We weren't even going to record tonight, but then we said, you know what? Let's do it up.
We said we love our 17 fans. Let's do
There
this.
might be 18 now. We don't know.
Guys, we have a good amount of fans now, guys. Hey guys. Guys, are you hey, guys, are you listening?
Guys,
It was only a couple episodes ago, episode 33.
oh, was it?
Yeah, this is like the 40th or 41st. Yeah, episode 33.
Well, I
Mark
remember we
Kilroy.
did it here, so I knew it had to have been recent.
Yo, my details are yo. Oh boy, that's all I can say. We tried to keep it light, but this one hurts. From spring break to vanished without a trace. Lead details the grisly kidnapping murder. So
It's
that's
grisly.
the Mark Kilroy case.
So to sum it up, Mark Kilroy, we'll go back and listen if you haven't listened to it, because it's sort of rounding up like family members and workers. And one of the workers reported seeing a young gringo tied up.
Whoa! That was from. We can pull up our own stuff on Spotify and re-listen to it.
Right?
Next episode, we'll do a re-airing of episode 22.
It's just us cutting up our own
Yeah.
episodes.
What the fuck? We should go back and do that and then like
We should
help
ourselves to tell the story, because we clearly fucked it up.
Here's
What
where we
was-
missed half of the story here.
What one was it where we never told the manner of death?
Becky told it. Well,
We told
No,
it
no.
2 episodes.
no, there's 2 episodes. So the one that you did where the guy put the women. Oh wait, no, we all did it. I did a part of it.
Yeah, all 3 of us did it, and nobody talked about the manner of
next
death.
episode we did the manner of death was that he was crazy.
No, that
No,
he
the
killed
motive.
them with hammers.
Oh, hammers. That's
He
it.
murdered them with hammers.
Oh, that was the hammers. But then Becky at the very end
that was Pappen's
of the
sister.
Pappen sisters, after an hour and a half, she was like, they may have been overworked. Like it was a scary story to tell kids. And
We're
that's
like,
why, kids, you always want to work 8 hours. Get good sleep. Industrial revolution at 8 hours of work.
we both stopped her, and we're like, "Why did you put
She
it
she clearly had a paragraph that like was plagiarized that she like,
there?"
got from something and just threw it in at the end. Yeah, it's clearly plagiarized.
That is the episode that we should recap and just bust up on.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Mark Kilroy, if you haven't listened, go listen, because it's crazy. This was actually before we even started the podcast. I had looked up like cases that might be interesting for the podcast. And I remember I came across this one and I was like, nope, not doing that. Don't even want to read about it, because it just seems so brutal. I mean, it is so brutal. But it's this guy, Mark Kilroy. Him and his buddies go to Mexico on spring break. And while they're there, they go to Matamoros. And when they're in this town, as they're leaving, the one guy gets kidnapped. And who ends up kidnapping him is this cult. And in Mexican culture, there is a lot of like folklore, and they believe in spiritualism and Santeria, and like human sacrifice is part of that. And so they kidnapped Mark Kilroy because they wanted a human sacrifice. And so that's exactly what they did. And it was just, they like captured him, they kept him alive on this farm. They apparently, for the rituals to be strong enough, they wanted to like, the spirits needed screams. So the more they tortured their victim before they murdered their victim, the better the spell would take, or the curse, or whatever it is, the magic.
Now, is that truly?
That's what it said when I remember when I did the research. One of the Little Seraphim said, I can't find it in my notes. I have 7 pages of notes, but it said something about like the more screams they have, the better the spell takes.
Now, guys, I may be getting a kitten. I think I'm gonna name my kitten Seraphim. We need a just let me know if you think that's good. Funny, I was gonna say.
So Jesse sends over this picture of this little baby kitten, and its name's, what is it, Mocha?
Iced latte.
Iced Latte. But he wanted to rename him. He was going to rename him Luna, which is also a very cute name. But a lot of people have the name Luna nowadays. So he decided to go for Little Seraphim.
Yeah, that's what Jack said too.
Luna's very common right now.
That's bullshit.
Because it's a good name.
I know, but so we used to call my dog Diego Luna. His name was Diego. I adopted him. His name was Diego. But we called him Diego Luna because that's an actor. He was in what movie?
I have no idea. I've never heard of him before.
Dirty Dancing 2, Havana Nights.
Oh, Lord. Who's seen Dirty Dancing 2? Dirty Dancing 1? All day,
You know what
every
else
day.
he's in? Did you ever see he's either in, did you ever see Milk with
I
Sean
remember it.
Penn?
I never saw
That's
it.
actually a really good movie, but that's a good.
It's about a albino kid, right?
No. No, not at all.
Wait, I clearly remember being younger and there was commercials on TV for
No,
milk.
that's for like powder. Is that what you're thinking of?
I was thinking of powder.
And the only other movie that when we were younger that was Milk was Milk Money, but that was with what's her face, and that was a whole different thing too.
I was thinking,
You're thinking of Powder, and he had like strange, yeah, idiot.
look, powder and milk are very similar.
Wait until I tell you what Milk is about.
Wait, what's milk about? It's about an albino kid.
I was like, we can cover that on the here. Oh,
I didn't know if in Milk the albino kid gets murdered. Maybe that's what happens. Who knows?
the albino kid. All right.
Wait, what's Milk about?
It's a bar. It's a bar. It's about okay. It's about Harvey Milk. That's his real name.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Politician?
Yes.
Hmm.
And he is
I said a little albino kid. I'm sorry.
a little albino kid played by Sean Penn in 1998.
Okay, good.
He's like a gay activist, and he runs for some kind of office or some shit.
Okay.
And then he wins, and he's in, and blah blah blah, and he's making waves, and I forget the whole story, but like I guess he's in he's in California. I think he's in San Francisco, and then there's another governor. I don't know. Senator, I don't know. Another politician that doesn't approve of it and tries to get him fired. Might even at one point, but then he gets like backlash. So he shows up one day and he pops a couple people, including Harvey Milk.
Now,
why did I bring that up in the first place?
I have no idea. You were talking about movies. Then all of a sudden you started talking about Milk. Sean Penn somehow came into the mix. We were talking about Ryder Strong.
What were we talking about before that? Something with Milk? And then I thought of the movie.
Yeah, I think we were talking about Ryder Strong. We're talking about Boy Meets World. Little Seraphim, your cat. We're talking about the cat.
Cats have milk. Diego Luna.
Diego Luna.
That's what it is. Thank you. Okay, so it's either Milk or I'm pretty sure it's Milk. Or it's a movie where there's a gay character is the lead.
Uh-huh.
And his boyfriend, who's crazy, he's like he's very flamboyant and crazy. Diego Luna plays that character. And I'm pretty sure it's Milk. That's why I asked you if you've seen Milk.
Oh.
Because at first I was thinking it was, what's the one with Matthew McConaughey? But that's obviously
all right. Dazed Confused?
Yeah, the where they're gay in Dazed and Confused. He's gay in Dazed and Confused.
Oh, you're talking about that more recent movie. What was that one called? I was like, I know he's not gay in Dazed and Confused because he likes...
when he makes out with Ben Affleck in Dazed and Confused.
No, because wait, what's his line? The best thing about...
It's called something members club, something club.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Wait, what's the line? Matthew McConaughey line. I just did a TikTok and I did a Matthew McConaughey line.
I get older, they stay the same age.
The best thing about high school girls is
Yeah.
I get older and they stay the same age.
And then someone in the background goes, "Yes, they do."
All right, all right, all right.
Say. The best is when he pulls up and like, hey, he's like, "Hey, there's a party at the Moon Tower." And she's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Y'all to come." And she's like, "Okay." He's like, "Say, do you want to ride?" And she's in her car and she's like, "No, I got my own car."
I never even noticed that.
That's
That's
the best one.
hilarious.
That's Giovanna Ribisi's sister.
I don't know who Giovanni Abrisi is.
Ribisi. Wait, so time out.
Time in.
Oh, so Jared Leto is his boyfriend in that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Milk is Diego Luna.
Who? That's your dog, right?
Yeah,
And
my
it was
dog
the dog.
was in Milk, but he was accidentally shot during the.
Well, all right. So what is that? I gotta Google what this guy looks like. Diego Luna.
He's a good little
Luna.
Hispanic looking guy.
D. Wait, we've just changed the subject so many times.
Well, that's why I was gonna call Diego Luna. That's why I had to put my dog down, Diego. I was gonna call the cat Luna, in a little remembrance.
Oh, I remember this guy.
No, you don't.
He looks kind of familiar.
Mm.
You might know him from such movies as
Milk.
Narcos, Rogue One, Star Wars,
Okay, there you go.
Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights, Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah, he's got a credit in Scarface.
He must be a kid.
I would assume so. Let's see.
So anyway, these top 10 movies, I don't see the original list, but
Wait, but you didn't explain what the top 10 movies are.
I know, I'm going to. So these top 10 horror movies that are based on a true story.
Okay.
So this is a new list, but whatever. I'm just going to read some. The Conjuring. Because it's the personal investigators, Ed and
Lorraine Warren.
Warren.
But which one is The Conjuring based upon? Is that the one that's in Enfield, England? Where's The Conjuring?
England?
Enfield, London?
Oh, is it?
I don't know. One of them's in another country.
I don't know.
But then there's the Amityville Horror House, and then there's
No. This is like the movie The Conjuring.
yeah, but Ed and Lorraine Warren have like 8 main cases, like ghost cases that they investigated, and all of them have been slowly made into movies.
Well, I'm going through all of them.
Oh, these are all Ed and Lorraine Warren cases?
No, but there's different ones here. This is just the first Conjuring, so the one in like Connecticut or wherever it was.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
so it's the Connecticut based one.
Yeah,
okay.
well, this is just saying the first movie, and that first movie is based in Connecticut.
Got it. Okay.
So then there's like an American Haunting, which I don't know what the fuck that is. The Amityville Horror.
Mm-hmm.
Exorcist.
Okay.
The Hills Have Eyes.
These are all based off of real life events?
Yeah.
What the hell is the Hills Have Eyes?
Well, yeah, but it's based off of.
Oh, loosely.
And also, we just saw what they based.
Oh, yeah. It was so
the Hills of Eyes was like, in like the 1600s, there was like a family that like killed all these people and ate them. Yeah, and then like they went in to try to find them, and they went on the run, and then they themselves were like brutally murdered by like a lynch mob / like some kind of
crazy
task force. 1600s.
Okay.
Wolf Creek.
What's that about?
Backpackers stranded in Australian outback.
That sounds terrifying.
Get tortured and shit. Open Water.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
To an extent,
yeah.
minus like the chainsawing.
Yeah, because isn't that based off of
like Ed
Gein? Yeah.
Because I think Ed Gein, I forget what they said he killed, but I don't think he killed that many people.
No, he killed his mom or something first, and they used to uncover bodies.
Killed his mom and maybe one other person, but he took corpses and took the skin and did shit.
Made lamps and belts, the Ed Gein belt, the nipple belt.
Which is what, that's gross. Which is what is going on in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he has the face, but there was no like guy with a chainsaw running around. Maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they combined a bunch of shit there.
Mm-hmm.
From Hell, which is Jack the Ripper. That's actually a really good movie with Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay.
I actually wrote a thesis on that.
Interesting.
Zodiac,
We should watch all these.
Dahmer.
Guys, if you want us to watch these movies and review them, which we're going to eventually get to review this movie, let us know and we'll do them. Or we're just going to do them anyway because nobody comments ever. So we'll just end up doing
Henry,
it.
Portrait of a Serial Killer, about Henry Lee Lucas, who was a serial killer.
I need to look at that one. I've not looked at that.
What's another one that I left off? Lee.
Is it?
Well, no, not that one yet. Not that one yet.
Okay. Another one that's not one we did tonight.
That's one of your favorite movies.
One of my favorite movies. Hold on.
Don't think too hard. Horror. Don't think too scared.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs?
No.
Oh. Don't think too horrorous.
Sharks.
Jaws?
Yeah.
Nice. Love Jaws.
What's that town called?
No.
Amityville Jaws. Manitowoc. Manitowoc.
Oh yeah, we were gonna go there this summer. Manitowoc?
Manitowoc.
Yeah. But isn't it Amity is in the actual movie, right?
Amity is the fake town.
Okay.
But it's Manitowoc. And the one little bridge that the one guy died near.
Yeah.
You can Google Earth it too. There's like a little street that drives over. But like, it's like one of those ones where it's like the water's here and the street's like 15 feet up. But there's like you can go underneath it, and they made that into someone like made a mural of like a mouth of a Jaws.
I saw that picture
great
before. That's crazy.
I know.
That's kind of cool.
All right, and then guys, Borderland 2007 is a film starring the one and only Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World.
That's how we have to introduce him because I don't remember his name.
On a trip to a Mexican border town, 3 college friends stumble upon a human sacrifice cult. That sounds really weird because they don't stumble upon it.
No, not at all. And all right, wait, are we getting into this right now? Can I start chopping this up?
All right, so real quick, Brian Presley's in it, who looks like Jim Caviezel. Jake Muxworthy's in it, who looks like Garrett Hudlin.
Or the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Or Charlie Hunnam.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Hudlin's married to Emma Roberts. Ryder Strong's in it.
Oh, Emma Roberts, who's in American Horror Story and Scream Queens?
Yes.
Love her.
And Scream 4.
Yes, great movie.
And I believe she's the killer. Spoiler alert.
She is the killer, I believe, yeah.
I haven't seen that in so long. And Sean Astin is in this, among other people, but these are the heavy hitters.
King of Persia is in it.
Yeah, this guy's so weird looking. Sorry, Marco.
Little Seraphin looks like
Gustava,
who plays Little Seraphin, looks like the King of Persia from the movie 300.
Yes. So Sean Astin. So this is 2007. So Ryder Strong and Sean Astin are the two, like like the leading people in this movie.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of bad words in this movie that we're not allowed to say nowadays.
Oh, the chick's name was Sarah.
What chick? The real life lady?
Sarah Aldrete.
Aldrete. Yeah, Aldrete.
But look, so trivia. Loosely based on actual events which occurred in Mexico, 1989, a group of
gringos.
No, it says narcos Satancanos.
Maybe it's a Mexican word for something.
Were discovered to have killed at least 20 people and used their body parts in ritual sacrifices. Cult members led by Adolfi Costanzo and Sarah Aldrete were responsible for the abduction and murder of Mark Kilroy, a Texan pre-med student who disappeared in March 1989 during a spring break in Mexico. So let's just do this real quick. This also like gives you a little idea. I always look at this dumb stuff, but gross box office US and Canada 97,000. Opening weekend in US Canada 500,000. Gross worldwide 700,000.
I'm thinking in like terms of now, and that does not seem like a lot.
That's not a lot at all. That's nothing. It sounds like they probably lost money on the movie.
But you said they had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah. So guys, we watched this movie and it sucked.
It was so bad. I don't know how I got 100%.
Um,
First of all, Ryder Strong, bro. I mean, you're all right, but like your acting was so bad in that movie.
it annoys me
Go ahead.
because I don't think I'm the best actor, but like out of all those white guys in there,
Mhm.
I could have done better than one of them.
You definitely could have. Wait,
Like, one of 'em?
who was the other guy that was in it? Rudy?
Yeah, Sean Astin.
She was so bad.
You're gonna be. Oh man, your life's gonna change, bud. It's like what?
Jesse would have done such a better job.
I would have been better in Rudy than Sean Astin.
It was such the acting was so bad.
I'm gonna play at Notre Dame.
The main dude was pretty good.
That's me being Rudy. A crazy Rudy. Who? Jim Caviezel?
I guess I don't know what the dude's name
It
is.
wasn't Jim Caviezel, but it looked like him. Yeah, he wasn't bad. Brian Priestley. I wonder.
Was that Jason Priestley's brother?
I don't know. Could have been.
I mean, he had the look, maybe.
But so so do a quick little recap on like what really what really went down with the real story.
So the real story is these 4 friends go to Mexico. They cross the border to Matamoros, which is a border town. They like have a fun little weekend, flirting with girls, drinking all this stuff.
I was waiting for you to bring up that dumb contest.
Yeah.
You love saying the contest.
The tan lines contest.
Tan lines contest.
Wait, remember the first time because we recorded this twice because the first time
Oh,
it didn't
yeah.
take.
It was like a buzzing noise in the background.
But Jesse was dying because the one part I left in was the day that they found the guy missing, and it was April's Fool's Day.
Oh yeah. And then I April Fool's you.
Yeah.
But then it turned out true.
And then it didn't turn out true. Okay, so all right. So these kids, they're spring breaking it, they're leaving, and the one guy gets kidnapped, and he gets kidnapped by a cult. And
it turns into like a much bigger thing. Yeah, like it's not like just like got kidnapped and killed and robbed. It turned into this huge.
It's a huge investigation where like he got kidnapped. They didn't find his body right away. There was a huge hunt and investigation. There was a drug bust that led to them finding this farm. When they found the farm, they found multiple bodies, and one of the bodies was Mark's, and they found like his spinal cord, and there was a lot of like satanic stuff going on. And then El Padrino, who is the main cult leader, escapes, him and Sarah Aldrite, and there's like this countrywide manhunt for them, which ends in some shootout in a hotel room where I think it was a murder, suicide. No, a murder. Sarah was the only one that lived, Aldrite. But it was, they could have hit by hit, play by play of what actually happened would have made an excellent movie because
awesome.
It's insanely detailed and like crazy. But the way they did this movie was so shitty. Jesse, tell them about it.
All right. Where do we start? Dude, I tried to forget some parts of it. So
the beginning was the best part.
So the beginning, there's 2 officers trying to find Seraphin, but it's not Seraphin. It's like Centillion or something they call him.
I think so.
Or something. I don't know. They're trying to find
Well, it's El Padrino that they were trying to find.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
Which is Constant, whatever his name is. The main guy.
So they stumble into like a... So this is the thing, because it's always like... This is what I didn't like about the movie to be the whole thing. Like, you know how like there's always like a... Like there's movies like where... They're trying to like maybe they're trying to find something or they stumble upon something where there's always like an old guy that knows the real story because he was there first. Like that's what they tried to do at the beginning.
Pet Cemetery. Oh, don't go up there.
Yeah, exactly. So the beginning of the movie, there's 2 police officers. One's a little older, and you know they like they're in like a house and they're like on the track of figuring out what's going on. And then all of a sudden, the one guy turns around and the other guy's captured by 2 of the fucking main guys that are doing the killings, and they cut his eye out. Meanwhile,
it was brutal. Oh my god, it was so brutal.
It was brutal, but meanwhile, they like had pistols and they didn't use them for some reason.
They could have totally shot these people multiple times.
I would have shot my partner. I would have shot everyone.
Yeah. Jesse's up there first 5 minutes. He's like, these assholes. Like, he's a gun in his hand. Why didn't you shoot him?
So they let the older cop go. So like then when the kids come to town, and first of all, if you were on spring break, you'd be like blowing lines, drinking liquor, banging women. Like they get there and they're like, it's like something out of like
They're like breaking guitars.
yeah, they're like trying to get the one
chasing
guy.
birds.
Yeah, they're trying to get they're trying to get Ryder Strong laid, and
they buy him a hooker for 80
yeah, and the guy comes over and he's like, she'll do anal, and he's like,
I forgot about that.
He's like, what? He's like all nervous, and it's like, what the fuck?
Jesse,
why would you even ask that? That would be
said we were talking about these things when we were 13.
But also, why would you ask? That might be something to ask like while you're in the middle of like, hey, can I? Or not, or whatever. But don't ask like what, hours ahead of time?
Well, that's what a prostitute is.
What?
You need to know what you're paying for, so you pay up front.
You just
I
figure
want
it out.
anal. I want to do the hard stuff. I want to do
hard
I don't know what the hard stuff is.
What's that? You got a couple bricks you can slam into my dick? The hard stuff.
I just watched Pretty Woman last night. Pretty Woman. And she's like, I'll do anything, but I don't kiss on the lips.
I haven't seen that movie in God knows how long.
It was just on TV, so I watched it.
So whatever, they're acting weird, and but then there's like a clip of them like walking down like a dirt Tijuana street or where the fuck they're at, and they're like, it's like they're like on like they're like, whoa, we're in Mexico, and they're like dancing with the mariachi band over here and like spitting water on each other's face or like whatever the fuck they're doing. I'm like, you guys are literally like 12.
There's no pictures of them like in bars drinking, having a good time.
No, like instead of doing like a montage of dumb shit that you might do when you were 11, they should have just went to the bar and talk some shit. Yeah, talk some shit. Oh my God, it was so fucking annoying. So I was already annoyed at this dumb movie. And then so anyway, then
this is my favorite.
Then like something happens at the bar where one of the guys stands up for the bartender, who's this hot Mexican woman that's like,
who's white in real life. She's not. They couldn't even cast a Mexican woman.
Who then then they're like going out.
But they're not just going out. They're acting as if they're married.
Then like the next scene.
No, that's Ryder. That's Ryder.
Okay, but hold on. But like a scene with them later is like he's like over there helping with like laundry.
Yes.
And it's like, what do you guys? Did you guys move to Mexico? Are you there for like a night, a couple hours? Are you just there to try to get Ryder Strong some strange? So then you see Ryder Strong about to do the deed with a hot Mexican woman, and remember he couldn't like pull his pants off.
Oh yeah, he was frozen in fear of the anal.
So so then she's helping pull the pants off, and then there's like a noise in the closet or something. It's a curtain closet though, so like she pulls back the curtain, and there's a baby, and then we see Ryder Strong soft side, and then all of a sudden he's the stepdad. Because he's like, he like gets up and he's like, I can't, you just see him like make a face like a dumb Sean Hunter face from Boy Meets World, like, I can't do this. And he puts his clothes back on and he walks over and he's like, her name's Amelia. I just remember that. And he's like, she's beautiful, Amelia. And now they're a couple.
They go to a carnival the next night.
And then they're at a carnival the next night.
Dropping shrooms.
Yeah, and they take shrooms. So listen. So first of all, hold on. Let me backtrack for a second here. Imagine going to Mexico, any part of Mexico. And the first night, one goes with a hooker, one goes with someone he's going to marry or something, and the other one's just off doing like getting fucked up.
What was he doing? He woke up the next morning in the closet.
I wouldn't even go to Delaware and split up from my friends, let alone Tijuana or wherever they were.
Hell no.
Where were they? Well, I don't know.
Matamoros.
But they
in real life.
In the movie, they were.
In the movie, they're in fakey town.
Remember at the one part they were like, "This isn't Mexico. This isn't even Mexico City. This is a Borderland town.
Oh yeah, they
And it
said
was
the
like,
name of the
oh,
movie in the movie.
I'm really scared. I'm just scared of Mexico in general, not any like. Okay,
This movie makes me never want to go to Mexico. It seems terrifying.
I'd go to Mexico, just not a border town. I'm just joking. So wait, so what? Oh, so they okay, so they're all like, so they all take, so they all split up the first night. I don't, but then they all take
But they all
shrooms.
get they get wifed up.
Yeah, they all get wifed
Immediately.
up immediately. Then
Except
they
for what's his name from Sons of Anarchy.
Charlie Hunnam's character. Charlie Hunnam's character. That's who they made that one off of. No, but then they all take shrooms and they go to a
Which,
car.
first of all, why would you take shrooms in Mexico? They're not even in like a party town. There's no other college kids there. They look like they're 30-year-olds and they go to a carnival and take shrooms outside of the carnival.
The thing I don't understand is whoever the script writer was thought they were like in the middle of like Colorado or something. Like there's a carnival, there's no like, I'm like, dude, you're taking shrooms in Mexico and so they go into carnival and then all of a sudden Ryder Strong comes back with a little fluffy teddy bear and is like, hey guys, I'm gonna go see Amelia. I want to go bring the teddy bear to the baby. And it's like, all right, dude, like you
Wifed up
make
in
your own bed at this
Mexico.
point. Like, so he leaves, and of course, on the way home, he gets abducted. Actually, he willingly gets into the car.
He does willingly get into the car. He
Which-
goes, I'm peeking, man.
And he's like, whoa, you're fucked up, man. Here, you need a ride? And then like,
hey, gringo, get in the car.
yeah,
And he's
and then
like, sure.
he's like, okay. He's like a little weirded out. This is what I hate about when you watch movies and people are drunk or drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Is like they have to portray that they're fucked up, but they have to also portray like they know a little something, and they also have to portray like something's a little off. It's just too much for shitty actors to comprehend, like, because it's just like, just what if you were that fucked up, you would either just be like, yeah, sounds good, man, or you'd be like, or you'd fist fight someone right away. There wouldn't be like an apprehend. You know what I mean? Like that's a little weird.
Yep, I agree.
If there's any apprehension, what would the apprehension be? I'm in Tijuana and I don't know these people. Then wouldn't you just be like, so I'm not getting in the car? Well, I am fucked up, but these guys seem like good guys.
We've both been very high on drugs and alcohol, and either
I've never made any dumb mistakes like that.
No, either I'd be their best friend, I'd be like, yo, we're going to party. Sure thing, I'm getting in the car, and I'd be all about it, and they wouldn't even have to hit me on the head with anything. I would just go with them. And they'd be like, we're gonna tie you up. I'd be like, sure. Or
right.
I'd be like, or I'd run. I'd just be like, fuck you, no, I'm out of here.
I've gone to bad areas and I've either been like, I'll be all right, or I've been like, got a bad feeling and I just left. I've never been like, got a bad feeling. I was like, I am a little high.
Right?
I'll just try it. I'll just go. This guy won't shoot me.
It won't shoot me. I'm fine.
So that part was stupid. And then of course he gets abducted. And then so
his captor.
Yeah, so his captor is Rudy.
And was he also cast as a Mexican man?
Yeah, Rudy was a Mexican.
And they all had puka shell necklaces.
He just had a puka shell necklace and like cut off. He just looked, and like they threw like dirt on his face.
They buttoned his top.
That's what these guys think of Mexican people. Puka shells and dirt.
Oh, and then also when they did the filming, it was like that orange blue scale that makes
like
it
yellow.
Yeah, it makes it look like it's like filmed in Mexico. West. It was so obnoxious.
So Sean Austin character was stupid as fuck. So this is the other. I had really high expectations because it said 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
We were so hyped going into this movie.
And there were some scary parts, but I thought it was so bad.
Everything.
I would say 46%.
I was going to give it 4 out of 100.
Yeah, so that's 40.
4 out of 100.
Oh, 4%. I think it's a 4 out of 10.
No,
so 4%?
4.
Okay.
It was pretty bad.
Well, that's reserved for that's a Becky scale right there.
Oh, what, by giving it
under 20 is reserved for a special kind of movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
under 20%?
I mean, not like, you know what I mean? Like there's got to be some like,
all right, fine.
That was a bad movie.
I'll give it a 37.
But there was like, at least the cinematography was like somewhat okay. Like they did some good, okay things.
True. I guess
like,
it wasn't
all right,
horrible.
look. Under 20 would be like those dumb movies where what's that fucking dude that we watch those movies?
Oh, off it, the room,
Well, the room's up because of the cult.
the cult following. You
But
love
like
that
that shit
movie.
is so good. But like that shit with like the bad editing and then like the
Oh,
bad lighting
what
and
was
like
the one
those
where
are like
like they were in the
8%. Those are like
forest
4%.
and the forest thing
Yeah,
came up? That was not the room. What was that?
with that guy
I know, what was that?
that he makes his own movies.
Yeah, what was it?
I don't know.
Jesse made me and Becky watch this thing, and he was like loving it. We were like, "Get us out of here!
It was so good.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. That's the whole point.
It was so bad."
But wasn't it was supposed to be funny. That was the whole point.
No,
It was oh my god, it was so good.
it was like it was like uncomfortably not good.
No.
And Jesse's like, "Oh my god, this is so bad. It's amazing. Look at this, guys. Look at the cinematography."
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, also, shout out to my sister. What's up, Ryan? You gave me the best Christmas gift ever. She gave me a Christmas gift. She, first of all, listens to all the episodes and she'll call me afterwards and she was like, "Yo, you know that it's not." What was the one I said? I think I said,
I feel it. What?
what was that one thing I said recently? I meant to say, oh shit, now I can't remember them all. I'm gonna have to look at my phone. Damn it. It was
What are you
so
even talking
good.
about? I
My
wasn't
sister, when she called me and she told me all the words I mess up all the time. But anyway, there was a story we were telling, and it was about eating dry hot chocolate mix. So she gave me a present and it had hot chocolate Swiss Miss in it, it had Ovaltine, it had dry oatmeal mix and Nutella in it. And if you've listened to our past episodes, you'll know why she gave it to me. But go ahead, Jesse. What were you going to say?
Neil Breen, Fateful Findings. But yeah, look, this is how good this is. Look, one of the movies is called I Am Here Now, and the other one's called Double Down, and they're right next to each other. Check out the cover art. It's the exact same picture.
That guy, I remember it was so bad. It was actually kind of good. It was so bad. It was good. Didn't he have like some magic something that was going on?
Also, asshole, we didn't watch the movie. We watched the one guy cut up the movie.
No, you made us watch
No.
a lot of it.
No. It was 30 minutes of that one guy that I like that does film reviews that was cutting it up.
Oh, you're right. I do remember that.
And that's why it was funny.
It wasn't funny.
It was so funny. You're just trying to double down like Neil Breen.
That's exactly what happened.
All right, so this movie sucked.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. We were cracking up laughing the whole time because it was so bad. Where were we at? We were at the carnival.
Well, they took the mushrooms. No, I went past. He got caught. Sean Austin came into the picture. Sean Austin had a very bad. He didn't even have an accent. He was just acting like psychotic, like just like you're a big part of the show, man.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is gonna change after this. And Ryder Strong's just like, what's gonna happen to me? It's like he's chained up and like in a shack it's like dark and he hasn't eaten food. What do you think's happening?
Yep. And then they cut his hair off, but like, did you notice how bad that fake wig was?
It looked like Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, because it was little spikes everywhere.
Yeah.
They didn't do a good job with that. And you know what else they didn't do a good job with? This whole movie was about how they did a human sacrifice on Mark Kilroy, which I don't think they used his name in this movie. But the opening kill scene was much more brutal than this poor guy's kill scene. All they did was put a machete to his shoulder and then hang him upside down.
Yeah.
Dude in the beginning got both eyes cut off.
How about the other guy that got hacked on the roof? That was kind of brutal.
That was the most brutal. I forgot about him.
Especially if you know what they should have done is if they wanted to make it like scarier, did the point of view of the victim getting hit by like all the
that would have been
like
terrifying.
City of
It's
God
Stanley
style.
Kubrick.
Like if you were just like looking up and it was just like
Yes. You know what?
like Silence of the Lambs, when you just see him like hitting the cop and you just see blood splattering on his face.
Yep.
But really, City of God, like when someone's getting like stomped out, like it looks scary if it's from over there and you can see it all.
Yeah.
But if you just did that establishing shot so that we saw like, oh, like, okay, there's like 8 people, there's 4 people, there's 12 people. And then the next shot is the ground actually getting stomped.
Yep.
You feel that.
You feel it is right.
Just saying, I should have been a cinematographer.
You should have
Well,
been.
I think what needs to happen is there needs to be a movie covered, like
An accurate depiction of the
like
movie.
an actual factual.
Because, okay, what actually happened to Mark was even more terrifying than what happened in this movie. Like, he was kidnapped, held for 24 hours. They
Wait.
fed him a full meal of food. Then
I just want to
they
say in the beginning he got caught, but then broke away too. There was almost like
yes,
and they did that in the movie. Did you notice? But it was like something.
it was
stupid.
later on.
Yeah, and he was like already
escaped.
way caught.
Yeah, but yeah, Mark was a badass. He got caught. He got out of the truck, ran away. I think they hit him with the car to recapture him. But yeah, they held him for 24 hours straight, and then they tortured him severely, and then they like sodomized him. They like tortured him, like, and then I thought they were showing this in the movie, this one scene, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they're going to show it. But they put a metal rod down his spinal cord when they buried him, just so they could pull his spine out after his body had decayed to use in rituals. Like, all of that stuff is so much more terrifying than what happened in this movie.
I still don't get the spine thing that much.
Because they use the brain and the spine in the
No, I know, but
rituals.
like, so what if he just decayed? Why can't you just pick it up then?
I don't know. Maybe they thought it was easier. I mean, these guys are the pros. I've not buried a body ever. I don't know what
Adafi,
it's
if
like.
you can text us.
Yeah, Seraphin, little Seraphin, Adafi,
Now, did
El
Adafi
Patrino.
die?
I think she's still alive.
No, Adafi's the dude.
Wait, which one's Adafi? I don't
The
remember.
main guy, El Padrino.
Oh yeah, he gets killed.
Yeah.
So when later on they go on the run, and then Adafi and a couple of his boys are held up in like a, I don't know, hotel.
And they do the shootout or how was
Yeah, and then he like forces his friend to like kill him because he didn't want to get killed by the cops. Sarah, and then Sarah, or whatever her name is,
Sarah
Aldrin.
Aldry.
She gets away. She gets arrested.
Yeah, and then she says like, "Oh,
I had nothing to do with it. They forced me to do it. I was a new cult member because they would make them watch. There's another movie. It was made in like the 80s, 70s, or 80s, and it was a cult movie. Let me find the name of it.
Cannibal Holocaust?
Yes, that's it. Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah, that was exactly it.
That movie's fucked up.
I never saw it.
Well,
what's that one about?
Oh boy.
What's it about? Can I watch it? Is it going to be terrifying?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it.
It's up there.
You know what? I started to not like movies like this anymore.
There's like 5 movies that are like up there, and that's one of them.
Really?
Antichrist, Cannibal Holocaust. What's the one? 100 Days of Sodomy or whatever. With the kids.
What? I've not heard of any of these movies.
Suspiria.
What are these all about? I don't want to know. I don't think I could ever watch them.
They're fucked up, dude.
I started to not. I used to like horror movies a lot.
They're a little. Well, Antichrist is Lars von Trier. It's very graphic.
Oh, really?
And sexual and
like
they show like sex.
Really?
Not even show like slow motion in the beginning of Antichrist. They show William Dafoe's penis going in and out of Charlotte Ginsburg's vagina.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to ruin what's also occurring at the time.
Nope. Tell us.
So it's actually so that's the thing is it's very geniusly shot. Like it's a very well shot movie. But so the movie's about, we're just talking about this movie now.
We just switched. Yep.
Well, this movie's worth talking about. Borderland sucks. All right. So
now we're on to Antichrist.
Charlotte Ginsburg? Yeah, Charlotte Ginsburg and William Dafoe are both psychiatrists or therapists, and the movie is about their son passes away, their baby son, and then they go to get away in a cabin, and things happen there. Like she's basically having a mental breakdown, and by mental I mean like physical, like everything's breaking down with her.
Okay.
but so in the beginning of the movie, it's so good. It's just an opera song.
Mm-hmm.
It's in black and white. It's very, I think the whole thing's in black and white. There might be like black and white, but like something's in color. I forget. But it's in very slow motion. And you see them like making love in the shower. And then it slowly gets like, you know, they're more and more into it. And it slowly gets a little more graphic. And at the same time, you see their kid getting out of the crib. I feel like I'm scaring you.
No, I'm listening.
So the kid's getting out of the crib. And
How old's the kid?
2.
Okay.
Like can walk, but is in a crib.
Yeah.
Then it flashes back to them in the shower. Then it flashes back to the kid now walking down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Then it flashes back to this.
Mm-hmm.
Then it keeps going. And then we see the kid opens the window and then pushes his teddy bear out. And you see the teddy bear slowly fall down with the snow and hit the ground. And then next thing you know, you see the kid fall out the window.
Jesus.
And they do a good job of making it really look like he fell out, because then you see him like just go out of the window, and then you see him in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But so then next thing is there's a funeral, and they're like torn up. So they're like, we got to get away. Let's go up to the old cabin house. But it's very like somber though. Like it's very, they're not like, hey, we got to get away. They're just like very like they're heartbroken and whatever. So they get up there, and then you start. So you don't, at first it's like an accident. Then you start realizing like they're therapists. So they're like kind of trying to figure out stuff with each other.
Okay.
And he's trying to, and you figure out that you see the flashback scene again of what happened. And you see that Charlotte Ginsburg saw the boy approaching the window
and didn't stop him
and wanted to orgasm instead.
Oh no.
And so now the audience knows that, but William Dafoe doesn't know that. Then you realize William Dafoe, he's looking at like old pictures and
it's fucking brutal.
You see like the kid has his sneakers on backwards. And so it's just like little things like she didn't care about this kid at all.
Oh no.
So I think William Dafoe's losing his mind. So then I'm really ruining this movie, but it's still really fucked up to see. But then there is a scene where she attacks him.
Uh-huh.
And like knocks him out somehow or whatever. And it's towards the end. Puts, like you see it, puts a bolt through his Achilles, through his ankle, and chains it on, like locks it to a cinder block.
Ew.
And then
I could never watch this movie.
Then she jerks him off while he's unconscious, and he comes like blood because of everything that's going on.
Yes.
It's brutal.
Oh my god, I remember you told me about this movie a really long time ago, but you just told me like very general, vague.
But it's shot really well.
I'm sure it is. Ugh, some of those really disturbing movies are shot well.
It's like one of those movies where you can like pause a scene and it looks like a awesome picture.
Yeah. Ugh, wait. So
we got in way too heavy there.
In a movie like that, where there is, you said like full on, like you're seeing penetration in a movie. Those actors really aren't having sex, right?
100% they were.
They were?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Lee's like, I'm gonna be an actor.
Committed to his craft, I guess. I do. Oh God, I can't imagine that. But yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Be in like a
what movies are
an art house film, and then she goes to apply, and the guy, instead of Lars Van Trier, it's like Bars Van Cleer, who's like a porn director. My friend Jesse said this is probably going to be one of those top 10 movies of all time. It's just some shitty ass. They're like, here's your $100 food voucher.
$100 food voucher.
To like Acme.
Oh Lord.
Bars Van Cleer. Okay, everybody, Bars is coming in the room. He's like all gaudy with like like fucking gold chains and.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a really good movie.
I don't think I'd be able to watch that movie. I can't watch movies like that anymore.
All right. I Saw the Devil.
You told me about this.
I know, it's
too.
like one of my favorite movies.
All right, tell me about it because I don't really remember.
Well, I don't want to ruin it.
People aren't coming here to, well, ruin it. Ruin it for us.
Well, just I know a lot of people aren't going to watch Antichrist.
All right, then tell us
Because
about
if
the movie.
if you know about Antichrist before you watch it, like if someone like tells you a little bit about it,
You're not gonna watch it.
no, like I had a hard time. I was down in New Orleans and they just kept talking about it, and they were like, "Is today the day?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not watching that shit."
Yeah.
And then finally, I was just like drunk enough one day. I was like, we were just sitting in the living room. It was like 2 p.m. I was just like, let's put on Antichrist. And they're like, all right, what's going on?
Now you have to tell us about it.
And we just put it on. And I was like, oh my God.
Is it like what was that movie growing up that nobody wanted to watch, but everybody
Requiem
watched?
for a Dream?
Yes, is it like that?
Requiem's awesome. That's one of my favorite movies. I guess.
Tell us about Antichrist.
I just told you about Antichrist.
Oh, tell us about the other one you were telling us about. Wasn't there another one you were about to tell? Oh, I Saw the Devil.
Oh, I Saw the Devil. Yeah, so it's subtitled.
Uh-huh.
Asian movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a serial killer, and they do a really good job of. I would say it's one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Goriest, you mean, or scariest?
Both scary. There's like jump scares, but the jump scares are like not corny. It's just scary. The guy's just scary, and then like there's parts where you're like, think something's gonna happen, and then it doesn't, and then like there's other parts where you're like, no, that's not, and then that does happen. You're like, oh my God. But so basically, I'm not gonna ruin the whole thing, but in the beginning, a woman gets abducted, and then you see her get killed, and then we find out that it's a police chief's wife.
Mm-hmm.
So he uses all the things at his disposal illegally within the first like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to figure out who it is. He figures out who it is. And then he starts this like revenge game where he's like capturing them and fucking with them and then like letting them go and then getting them and like torturing them and letting them go. But then during this, he actually gets away and then starts his serial killing again. And now
the serial killer does?
Yeah. And then so the cop is now feeling bad. So now the cop's still re-hunting him.
Oh, shit.
And then somewhere in the middle, the guy is friends with like some cannibals. And there's like a cannibal scene. I think he kills them. I don't know. It's really good. It's very action packed. And the acting's phenomenal. It's just subtitled.
No, that sounds like something I probably will never see.
It's so good.
I'm never going to watch it.
The dude from the serial killer is the dude from the original Old Boy, which is a Asian movie, which is very popular.
I'm sure it is. If you would have told me about these movies a couple years ago, I probably would have watched all of them, but not anymore. Too scary for me.
Old Boy.
I like the lighthearted, really corny.
Choi Min-sik. Yeah, so that's Borderland.
That's Borderland. It was a good idea to do that. We hadn't done a movie in a while, so that's why Jesse decided to do the movie.
If anything, I would suggest I saw this 30-minute by the same director called Retaliés de Sangre, which is it says the true story behind the Matamoros cult killings. And this looked to be a little more like on point as far as like, truth or whatever. But
yeah,
it looks like a short video. It says 29 minutes. But yeah, I wouldn't watch it.
Also, remember do you remember this was on America's Most Wanted? They did an episode on it. We need to find those old ones and watch. Like
what, Mark Kilroy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be pretty interesting to like see what they were saying about him.
All right, guys, let us know what you think about Borderland.
Sorry, we ruined 3 movies for you.
Well, go watch them or don't. Well, I didn't really ruin. Well, I did ruin. I Saw the Devil.
Yeah, you gave a good. Who died? Who is the victor at the end?
That's the thing is now the cop becomes.
He is the serial killer.
Now he's become like a. Yeah. He's not, but he becomes just as bad as the serial killer, basically.
That's
in this
so
revenge
crazy.
Plot. Yeah.
Is it like I don't like the movies that are like Saw or the ones that are super gory. You know?
It's entertaining. No, it's not.
Saw's probably not even bad anymore. If I go back and watch the first one, it's probably like nothing.
The first thing he does is he catches them and like knocks him out or some shit. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a minute, like exactly what it. But he then puts like a tracker on him, but he doesn't know the trackers in him.
Really?
So now he's just tracking him, so he can catch him whenever he wants. He like catches and releases him.
That's crazy.
Which Old Boy is about revenge too. I don't know. Maybe that's an Asian thing.
Maybe.
The art of revenge.
Probably.
Art of war.
Maybe. Maybe we will have to watch it at some point. Do you think I can handle it or no?
Yeah.
Do you think I would have like nightmares?
Yeah. I did.
All right, can't watch
I
it.
feel so bad for the woman in the beginning. Well, a lot of the women.
Is it like brutal?
They do a really good job within the first 5 minutes of scaring the fuck out of you.
Really?
The acting is phenomenal. The acting is so good.
It just seems
And
real.
the way it's shot, it seems so real. And also the other thing too, and maybe it's like Kill Billish, but also like when we used to smoke weed around here a lot and it'd be snowing, we used to go to the golf course and there was this big tree, weeping willow, and we would chill under it. So you weren't getting the snow, but you could see the snow. And it would always reminded me of like Kill Bill, like it's just quiet, but there's so much going on.
That sounds very peaceful.
Yeah, there's so much movement, but it is so quiet. So it's like I like being down in the city. There's a lot of movement. It's fucking loud as shit. Everyone, but there's so much movement. It's so peaceful. It's bright, even though it's pitch black out. It's bright because the snow's. That's the opening scene to like they did such a good like it's so quiet and eerie, but there's snow falling. It's so beautiful. But then this woman's car is broken down.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy trying to help.
Now I kind of want to watch it. God damn it.
You should at least watch the first 10 minutes.
Not tonight. Maybe before we record next time.
Well, that's our review on Borderland.
Hope you guys liked it. What are we doing next? We're going to do... What's next week? We'll do something next week for you guys.
Yeah, well, so... you want me to tell you what it is? This is our next episode. It's the 2014 Isla Vista killings. Have you heard about this?
I have not heard about that.
22-year-old Elliot Roger killed 6 people and injured 14 others by gunshot, stabbing, vehicle ramming near the campus of University California, Santa Barbara, and then he killed himself. I have never heard about this.
I've not heard about it.
No, I saw it last week and I was like, what the fuck? And the reason I landed on this, why did I land on this? I was probably looking up some movie and it led me to this. I forget now what it was. But this is the next one I'm covering. It has to do with mental health.
Now I'm super interested to hear about this.
There's manifestos, online posts.
What year did this happen?
Preparations, 2014.
2014?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't. I'm interested in this now. Well, it's going to be a good one. So make sure you guys listen next week too. And in the meantime, go watch.
Make sure you do.
Borderland.
All right, now make sure you listen now.
I was going to say tune in, but I thought you'd make fun of that.
I'd make fun of anything you say.
You would. Yeah, would.
All right, thanks. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
It's going to be like January.
Probably maybe February when they get this.
Happy President's Day.
Almost Valentine's Day. Woo.
Pretty much. All right.
I think it's your turn to turn it off this time.
All right.
Remember, I have to sit awkwardly for a minute. Oh, my foot itches. I can't sit like that. How did that just...
this arm?
I don't know. They're weird moving ones, though. I wish it, like, free-formed moved better. Like
in here.
Yeah, like, that's so stiff.
Well, I think it will if you just...
Yeah, but then... Look. Oh, and it won't go up. Oh, okay, see, that's what we need. But then it shoots up sometimes.
Yeah, but I think it's... I wish it was down there. They're like, these idiots didn't turn it off. Like this. Yo, but this actually picks up from pretty far. You could be here. Yeah.
See how mine goes up, though?
Well, tighten it. You need to tighten it. In the middle. I'm not going to tell you what that looked like. Tighten it in the middle.
One more time.
In the middle.
I mean, I know how to work it, but it would be nice if it just like freeformed moved and you didn't have to worry about it like shooting back up and down.
I don't know what to tell you. We
I
need
don't
more
know.
Patreons.
Yeah, Patreon us up, please.
I'm cutting all this out.
Okay, we're fine.
When's Becky coming back on?
She ditched us. She does not like us anymore. She called me the other day to specifically tell me that she's no longer our friends.
Nah.
Yeah. She's got beef with you. You didn't hear about it?
We'll see about that beef.
Hi, you've reached Becky. I'm not available to get to my phone right now, but leave a message and I'll call you back.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press
She sent
1
you
for
straight to
more options.
voicemail.
Becky, you bitch.
That didn't even ring. Didn't even ring once. That was the quickest ring.
I think her phone's off.
Hi, you've reached Becky. I'm not available to get to my phone right now.
Do you
but
think
leave a
it's
message
off,
and
or
I'll
do you
call
think
back.
she's booing your calls?
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I think if she was booing it, she probably would have let that one ring through.
Booing it?
Booing, like saying, like, I don't want that call. That's what I call it, booing.
Like boo?
Like from Mean Girls, boo whore, and then you turn it off. You don't use that phrase? Does anybody else use that phrase, or is that just me
No.
and my girls?
You and your girls?
Yeah, me.
Who, you and your cats?
Well, yeah, me and my ladies. No. Back in high school, we used to say that all the time. We'd be like, yo, boo whore. I booed you. No, that was just me? Okay. Cool. I like how we're just not turning this off.
Whoa, that was cool. All right, I'm turning it off. Oh, we're still live on YouTube.